marijuana seems to yield considerable medical benefit for many Americans with ailments, ranging from glaucoma to cancer. But this is not on a national level. So, medical use of marijuana remains a serious national controversy. But I say is a serious national, no Asia, no Sarawak, national, seriously. Thank you.
Okay. I want you to answer me a few of this point.
Okay.
How can it be a threat? And next, how can it cause cancer? And next, why does the government do not legalize marijuana for society to use for recreational, to be used as medicinal purposes? Thank you.
Fine. You said why marijuana leads to cancer, right?
How? I asked how.
How does smoke lead to cancer? What do you think?
No, we're talking about marijuana.
Yes.
How smoke leads to cancer? How smoke leads to cancer is because it has some chemicals that are additive, that are being added by the tobacco company to create its what do you call it, flavor and the filterings. So if you see marijuana, what kind of filtering are they using? Are they some additive or are they harvest organic thing?
Alright, let's say addictive. That's marijuana not addictive. Once you take small ones, take disease to an addiction.
Okay, how can it become addictive? If you take it excessively, you use it will become addictive. So we are talking here about marijuana being legal for medicinal purposes. So medicinal purposes is a prescription given by doctor to their patient as a medicinal use, not for recreational use, and not to be addictive by the patient. Thank you.
In terms of medicine, right?
Yes.
Said it has no acceptance in medical use. That is why the government never legalized it in most of the nations. Okay, the marijuana. Then you take my breath. In this article, it says in order to fight the argument that marijuana has no medical use, legalization of cocaine states the highlighting the effect it has on the life of people who have used the drug for medical reasons. But the medical reasons, they never cure it. They stick to marijuana to hold on the pain, to take it fast. Thank you.
Okay, it's not surprised that the United States had decreed against the law against marijuana. It is because it has many potential use, not as a drug, but in the health benefits, it is used to halt cancers.
Yes.
As antidepressant. So not only, as you said, it only to halt the process of the disease. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes. Let me agree with you with that answer, but it is also as another what you call it? No, it is a for paracetamol that is very toxic, highly toxic, to treat migraines, slow down tumor growth, relieve symptoms of chronic disease. It only relieves. Slow down. Prevent Alzheimer. What is Alzheimer? It is a disease that happens to all people, and these people get nano.
Yes.
In English, we call it Alzheimer. Okay. Treat glaucoma, calm those thyroid, the hormone gland here. Some of even my parents are treated with thyroid disorder. Relieve PMS. Do you know what is PMS? It is a menstrual disease. It is related to women. So women who taking this could benefit with these health benefits, because women, they menstruate every month. So it is very wise to legalize this marijuana for women use and to reduce the pain during menstrual. And there are many other health beneficial in marijuana. So no substance is without side effects. Okay? Because as one great scientist ever said before, I don't know, his name was something like, he said that everything around us is a poison, but to determine it is a poison is by the dose. These doses that we are taking every day. So if you're taking this marijuana in higher doses, it will affect you. So in medicinal purposes, doctor will prescribe his patient in allowed doses for their treatment, for their to relieve their pain, not for recreational use. It is to help them to live through the pain and make them happy.
Okay.
Yeah, marijuana is very recreational and it's very good to take it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I say the doctor said prescription to hold on the pain. If they hold on the pain, like you said, they make them happy, they feel good. But most of the patients become addicted to that feeling. So they ask from the doctors when if they can give them some more. If the doctor say cannot, what other ways they can get from the outside drug dealers. But drug dealers does not only sell marijuana, narcotics, drugs, cocaine, crack cocaine, all those things. From there they can get others other than marijuana, right? So it has link such as to the narcotic side. So I don't think that marijuana and doctors should that support marijuana in medical.
You can use big here. Okay. If marijuana is legalized like other drugs, will they be sold in black markets?
That is a black market. If it legalized, right? Then it won't be in the black market. That is true. Now, the things in black market, the children are very attentive. I say attentive. They support. They like what the things in black market. They have drugs, they have smoke, they have alcohol. All those things are most in the black market. So the children are our future. So we cannot let them take these drugs. Marijuana is a type of drug, so it's a no.
So how come the children get hold with this marijuana?
That is from the children go out, they know people like us, when we know some people that smoke, then some other people, like they are addicted, they are addicted to marijuana, they want to tell their friends or try that. So the children may be get influenced by that kind of thing.
Yes. So we are dealing with questions here. Medicinal purposes of children. If children are influenced by the people outside, it's not medicinal purposes problem. Because I am asking you, how did the children get hold of this marijuana? Is it from their patients? Is it the patient?
Let's say from a
telling
family,
to the
right?
children, hey, you should take this marijuana from little. It is very good. And then the children go to the black market. Is that what you said?
No, I'm telling you, in a family,
Yeah, in the family. And then parents teach bad things to the children.
maybe there are some parents like that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Is it the parents' fault? Or is it the medicinal purposes fault?
Maybe
This is why the legal system is very hard to fight this kind of people. Because they keep telling that their children will get hold with this marijuana, and then because their parents are taking them, and then when their parents are taking these drugs, and then they tell their children to do the same thing with the drugs. And this is what happens when you speak to the when we try to legalize this act, this marijuana, these drugs, we start to set things about our children. What if our children take this? What if our children go to our room as we are the parents, we are taking marijuana, and then they found this marijuana, and then they quickly go to the black market. This is why the legal is not legalized. This is why it is illegal, because it is affected our children and it is affected our future, because our children is our future. And what happens if our children become crazy and they gonna be our future?
That's why we don't legalize marijuana. We don't want children to do that.
How could the children be teach by their parents about marijuana?
Let's say you are on marijuana now.
Yes.
And the children
I'm
come
on
to
it
you.
right now. Okay.
No, for example,
Ah.
the children come to you and you accidentally get your children. Then the children every day come to you because the children also feel good. Then you also come back and take this to
That's why it is prescribed. Prescribed in small doses once a week by doctors, and it's only for your own use. If you give it to your children, it's not your own use anymore.
I know.
Because the prescription, if you against the prescription orders, the government can come into your house and arrest you on the spot. That's why we need to legalize this act, because it's not only for prescription use, it is also for a warrant, arrest, if the parents are using it if the parents are using its use and giving to his children. If it's legal, how come you go to the black market if it is available in pharmacies? In pharmacies with prescribed orders from pharmacies, because like other drug supplements, like your parents did, they take prescription from their doctors and they can take these drugs. They can get this drug with prescription from pharmacies. And that's what happens when illegal marijuana for medical purposes use. If we're given prescription by doctors, we can get it from pharmacies.
Lol.
I'm gonna stop for a while now.
Said made legalized and available in pharmacies, right? What if we doesn't need marijuana? Who goes to the pharmacies and bought the marijuana for the other people, like our friends that are addicted? What happens in that case?
Chồng đò.
The drug does cure disease, right? While it promotes creativity, open-mindedness, moral progression, and closer relationship with God or what?
Yes.
So that moment is only when you are on that medication, like you said, but it is not a medication, it's a drug.
Can you say that paracetamol, Ebenaezer, is a drug?
It is a drug.
Yes. And marijuana is also a drug.
Yes, it's a drug. Drug is a drug.
For medicinal use, Panadol can be used as a medicine. And also, marijuana is also can be used as medicine also. So drugs has many names. Drugs can be death. Drugs can give life, and drugs can sustain disease.
Alright, let me ask you, why does the government does not legalize it until now when it is like you said, so good?
Okay, I like this question. It is because in the last 100 years before we enter this age, this modern age, this internet age, the marijuana is called a miracle plant. For hundreds of thousands of years before we ever heard about marijuana. It is called cannabis, it is called miracle plant. Even the dynasty of Ming approved the cultivation of marijuana in its own private palace. So, why does the government prevent marijuana to be legal? Because during the time of the industrialization, it was 1908. It was the time of David Rockefeller. What we call it? The date where the fuel, the oil was booming. So this hemp, we call it cannabis, are used to create plastics, shirts, papers, and many other commercial stuff. It not only be used by drugs, as a person to take it, to put it inside his body. It's also be used as other commercial purposes and products, such as our paper. It can be used as petroleum. If you convert, you can create ethanol by using this hemp. How and why did the government suppress this kind of marijuana, this kind of drugs? Is because this David Rockefeller, who owned Standard Oils in 1900, he decided that this will kill this business and other banksters around him, such as DuPont and other companies that created oil, because oil is very, very beneficial to human and very high income business. So if this hemp business gets over with the oil business, so the oil company, the big guys, the big brothers, the Dajjal, you call them whatever the name was, they will become poor. So these industrial kings, we call them kings or seven sisters, such as Exxon, Shells, they start to suppress this hemp company and destroy and create a propaganda that relates racism, schizophrenia, and black markets. Because this hemp can benefit human also can become superfood. Some scientists call it superfood because it contains high level of protein and other nutritional and vitamins. The only drug point in the leaf is on the leaf. The leaf that this is the what you call it, the stem, the other part of the leaf. This is not used as drugs. Only the leaf are used as drug. They call it THC. Hydrocannabinol. It's very hard to say the name. It's only on the leaf. So the other part of the leaf is used for other commercial products. So it's very low cost in making other kinds of products. It is very efficient. As it used as a fuel,
Sempat.
it creates low
Sempat.
cost than gasoline.
Hah?
Then the level
Ada 5 outside.
gasoline products. That's why the big companies destroy this hemp and create propagandas that against and illegalize this hemp marijuana use and start to spread it all around the world. Because if the hemp triumph, the oil companies will fall. That is why marijuana is illegalized.
Right now, over 40% Americans have get their hands on marijuana, and America does not legalize it. However, the 40% of their like 40%. That's why the whole US does not approve it. When they are in the US, there are 40% people are using marijuana.
Because they are still fighting to legalize the product. They are still trying their best to fight the government because the government controls them and they cannot do nothing but to speak out what they can about legalizing marijuana, and they always work against the government like we do with our own government this time.
Alright,
The government is powerful than us.
let's put aside about government.
Yeah.
Marijuana / cannabis is ranked 8 on the top drugs in the world. Why that is ranked 8? If that people doesn't take marijuana, we rank that high. Why that?
What's the number 7?
Number 7 is
Number 8?
cocaine. Okay.
So which one is more deadly? Tobacco or marijuana?
Both tobacco.
So we can use marijuana as tools, as cigarettes.
It's still a drug. It still says that you say it's a
Tobacco is
drug.
also a drug.
Yes,
Why is it legalized?
Okay. Alcohol is the strongest harm to all
So
people.
marijuana is number 8. It is illegal, but tobacco is number 6, and it is legalized.
Because it can be, let's say, alcohol.
And tobacco is more
legalized.
dangerous than methamphetamine.
Okay. Alcohol is more dangerous than marijuana, but it is legalized. What happens to alcohol when you drink it, everybody drink it, become crazy. They give things, they kill.
And then why is alcohol is legalized?
That's why we cannot
But
legalize the
marijuana
things
is not legalized.
the government already made a mistake to
So something wrong with the government today. Government says marijuana is bad and it is ranked number 8. marijuana and it is legalized like tobacco, and which of these alcohol and tobacco, which one is more deadly than marijuana, and both of them kills more than marijuana?
Yes.
Yes. I support.
Aduh, kita kena.
Marijuana, jom beli marijuana. Kalah. Mia, dikit Mia. Penat tanganku. Oke, penat tangan. Panas.
But there are 7 bad reasons. I have 7 reasons to ban marijuana. One is it is perceived as an addictive. 2, it has not accepted medical use. 3, it has been historically linked with narcotics such as heroin. 4, it is associated with unquestionable lifestyle. Number 5, it was once associated with oppressive ethnic groups. Number 6, Indonesia is a powerful force in public policy. And lastly, advocates for marijuana legalization will be present and actually care.
So it is associated with what do you call that? Tribes. Associated with ethnic group. Yeah. So you mean that's what happens to the government today. So I would like to conclude that this is how they propagate everything. Like they make a propaganda about fuel. Fuel is good for us, but actually it's killing our earth. Now they're telling that ethnic group is bad. Marijuana is associated with ethnic group. We are ethnic group. We are native people. Okay, ethnic group like such as the most famous one is Negroes. Why people hate Negroes so much? Because they're black. And that's what happens when they associate some drugs with Negroes, and white people see marijuana and they see Negroes with marijuana. So why don't we see white people with marijuana? And this is how propaganda system works. They make us hate about it. They say that it kills more people than we think that we do. Like such as Coca-Cola kill 40% more than hemp did. Hemp only killed a person after the person is diagnosed with schizophrenia. He has stopped taking marijuana for 10 months. And after that, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and died accident. During this accident, he doesn't take marijuana during that time. So, how did marijuana kills people? That we start talking about how marijuana kills people. Tobacco kills people by smoking it every day. Marijuana kills people when people get crazy and kill themselves. It's not during the intake of marijuana, it's after the intake. After they have leave the marijuana because of their excessive use for the long-term effects, and it kills people because it makes them crazy. I see. many beautiful things. And that's what happens to the American people who take it excessively. Oh my God.